Oh, look at this gang of raccoons I have. Oh, look at all you hungry, hungry raccoons. What's up, raccoony coons? You look cute. I'm glad you're all getting along. We heard some fighting raccoons earlier. It kind of worried me. Were you guys fighting with a outsider? Someone that's not a rogue raccoon from a different lot? I know, this is your guys' spot. That's cool. You can keep the other raccoons out. I don't mind. But it's scary, though. We worry that it's you guys or something. I don't know. Maybe it was you guys, but don't hurt each other. That's all I ask. You guys all look pretty good, though. So maybe it was just a rogue raccoon that was trying to encroach on your territory. I've seen it happen. Looks like it, I think. Raccoony, those are not food. That's my... What is that? That's my string of hearts. You know that's not food. Don't grab on that. You guys are weird. Trying to eat plants and shit. That's not food, dumb fuck. That's one of our plants. It's not food. You eating that? It's not food, dude. Don't eat that. It's my plant. Go quick, run from the guy that feeds us. Run. And then go pull on his pant leg. You guys are all mixed up, man. You guys are all mixed up. Sorry, I don't have any more food for you guys. I fed you earlier. You're not like having a pet dog. You give a pet dog a bowl of food and they're good, you know. They're kicking it. I mean, they might hit you up for a treat or something, you know, or like you can give them a treat here and there. But like raccoons, no, you just got to feed them constantly. It's like always, constantly fidgeting. Now they feel bad, they leave. They're like, oh, he's right. We're so bad. All we do is beg and scrap for food constantly. There's no end. There is no end. It just goes forever. Meanwhile, the food supply shrinks and shrinks and shrinks and shrinks and shrinks and never replenishes. We're giving you smaller portions. You don't see those bags are like 43% more. Now it's like, here you go. You're like, oh, cool. Thanks. Costs a little more than normal, but whatever. You know, you open the bag, there's like, somebody ate half the chips in my bag already. What the fuck? Where did it all go? It's like serving size, you know, like 12 chips or whatever. And you look in the bag, it's like, there's only 10 chips in here. There's not even a serving size in my bag. You gotta buy 2 bags of chips to get 1 serving size nowadays. It's a little ice cream bar, you know, like a little fucking strawberry shortcake ice cream bar. I love my strawberry shortcake ice cream bar. Take off the wrapper, it's like the size of like one of your fingers, you know, a little bit wider. It's just this little teeny micro, like hobbit size fucking. You're like, what the fuck? It wasn't this small before. Eat the whole thing in one bite. Shrinkflation. That's dirty business. See, in the black market, you can't do shit like that. In the black market, you try to do some shrinkflation on your people, man, they'll fucking beat your ass. You'd be fucking washed up before fucking the day was done. You can't be like, okay, here, give me a little bit more money than you normally give me, and I'm just going to go ahead and give you this. And since you trust me, since I always give you the same thing, always, you know, sometimes I raise the price, but, you know, this is what you come to get, I'll give you this. And then you get home and you look at it, and then you weigh it, and it's like way less than what it normally was. That's called ripping somebody off. And that's usually grounds for an ass beating, or if it's your friend, you know, it's more like, basically it's grounds for like, it's like a hostile action towards somebody, you know. It's like, you ripped me off. You gave me something, I paid you more than what I normally paid you, and I got less than what I was supposed to get. You know, that's bad business. That results in bad interactions, and like, basically your shit fucking goes belly up. Nobody wants to deal with you. And I know this because I worked in the black market for many years. And so what I'm saying is, like, here we have the above, you know, the red market, or whatever you want to call it. The red market, yeah, the debt market, where they're like fucking shrinking how much food they give you, constantly shrinking it, and you're paying more than you normally would have paid up because the prices are inflating, and the fucking food, the stuff that you're getting in return for the more money is less than what you normally used to get. So not only are they fucking reaming you in one way, they're reaming you another way. And they're just like, doo-doo-doo, not even saying anything about it. You know, you're just like, oh, okay, I guess I just got ripped off. Great. So now I know that I can't rely on getting a certain amount for a certain amount of money. It's like it's all over the place. You guys, basically, I'm the one who's losing here, and you guys claim you're fucking having to do this for whatever reasons. But it's because everything's going up. The price of everything's going up. Well, whatever. Whatever the reason, it's fucking retarded and it's bad business. And like that's when you start getting theft and like whatever. It's like just shit. Like you can't even really expect people to fucking do to be to be honoring good business, better business ethics at that point because you done charge more for what you normally would have charged, and then you didn't say anything about it, but what was inside the package was less than what you normally would have given. So the person got ripped off. That's how that all works out. Because if you've been doing business for a while and you give a certain amount for a certain amount of money, then you raise the price and then you give less of the goods without saying anything. You change it up. That's called bad business. It's called ripping somebody off. So at that point, if the person comes and rips you off, well, you don't really have much of a leg to stand on if you want to complain about it. It's like, oh, they're just speaking your language. So that's how I see that. And shrinkflation, it's like the more subtle way of sticking it to you. The price goes up, everybody notices. The quantity of stuff that you're getting for. Stop eating my plant, you little fuck. What the hell are you doing that for? Stupid ass. It's like, even the raccoons are starving. Stop eating my plant, dude. It's not for fucking food, dude. What's wrong with you? That's not food. It's my fucking plant. Now try to eat it, biatch. Yeah. You're just doing that in rebellion since I'm not constantly feeding you. The raccoon stash is shrinkflating too. He's all, where'd my plant that I was eating? You can't eat that. String of hearts, that's not food. Don't eat my hearts. Eat your hearts out. Well, for anyone that might show up randomly on this Dr. Bass Ackwards show, you are very scarce. You're a type of person that stumbles into some. This is the least traveled corner of the internet. There is zero traffic coming through here. It's one of the strangest phenomena you'll ever see. Because it's not like I'm a jerk, or I'm not just talking about nothing. It's like entertaining or something to watch or whatever. I don't know. It's better than fucking staring at the wall or watching some fucking what's trending or these fucking, At least I'm like fucking whatever. I got a sense of humor about shit and I'm wearing a Pokemon hat. Where you want to go watch fucking, your favorite fucking drama or something. What do people watch nowadays? I don't even know. I used to like to watch flat earth shows, but it's like, it's not really, nobody's really teaching anything or learning anything, and it's just the same shit, and there's the same problems too. It's like, really, it's like it's a conundrum that I battle in my head all the time, where it's like, the only thing that the globe Earth has over the flat Earth is the sky measurements that they claim indicate a spherical Earth. And the way Jaron has been explaining it, he does it pretty good. He makes a pretty good argument, but there's so many assumptions coming into play where it's like, you don't really know the layout of the whole entire world. And the way I see it, it's like the expanse of Earth only widens. So it's like, it doesn't make sense to me that it would shrink down. Like, I'll try to explain it. I'm always trying to find new ways of explaining this because my perspective on the Earth is like, each place has a measurement around it. Like on the ground, like you measure your property. Let's say you start adding property to your property. It's like the bigger the property, the bigger the measurement around it. And that's pretty easy to understand. I think anybody could understand that. The bigger the property, the bigger the measurement around it. Now you could just keep adding to that property and the measurement keeps getting bigger. And it just keeps happening, and it keeps getting bigger and you keep adding and it keeps getting bigger and it keeps getting bigger and it keeps adding, keeps getting bigger. That's obvious, and that's what would happen. There's no way to say anything else, but that would happen. It's like you add more property, now you have a bigger perimeter around it. And I just believe that's what happens all the way out on Earth. And I think that's what we would see if we decided to go about doing that. I like to use the idea of acquiring property because it gives you a visual understanding of what you're doing. You're like measuring out parcels of earth, and then they're all attached, so you keep adding to your property, so it keeps growing and growing and growing. No matter what you do, you're going to add more property, and you're going to get a bigger property line around it. You're always going to find that it's a bigger perimeter because you're adding more property. It's so basic, it's totally intuitive. Nobody even has to think about this shit. It's something that would just happen, and we'd all know that. And it's like that perimeter around your property would grow and grow, and that's all it would ever do. And that's just how I see the earth. It's like this big piece of property, and you can make a perimeter around the whole damn thing, the whole known world, easy for me to say. You can make a perimeter around the whole known world. Like, you started off your property, it was small, and you keep adding pieces of property, eventually you're going to acquire all the property. That's just like if all variables aside, if you had just endless time, endless resources, whatever, you would eventually have acquired all the property. You just keep adding to your property, and it keeps growing. And at the point when you've added all there is to add, it's going to be a big motherfucking perimeter around all that, right? Right, when you finally run out of space on Earth to acquire more property, can you imagine how big that perimeter would be? What's up, Yeshua Savior? Nice to see you. It'd be fucking big. Anybody would think that. I mean, it's like if you just weren't busy thinking about, the whole picture. I picture the Earth as a globe in my mind. Yeah, but you're not interacting with the Earth as a globe in your life. Like when you go about living your life on Earth, there's nothing you're going to ever do where it's like you best know that the Earth is a spinning globe in order to, do it correctly, whatever it is you're doing here. It's a moot point. It's useless information. It's totally irrelevant. You never have to know it. It's because it's not, well, in my opinion, it's not true. It's not even my opinion. It's just from what I've seen, and from what I understand about Earth. And like I use the example of property because it's such a boots on the ground, like basic thing for everybody to understand. There's no like confusion. There shouldn't be. A bigger piece of property is going to have a bigger perimeter around it. And we have a lot of space here. If you just started spreading out, it's just going to get wider and wider and wider. The space, you keep adding property, and it keeps getting wider, and that's what would happen all the way out until you have the whole fucking world. It's all adjoining property, you have the whole fucking world, the known world, all of it, and then you'd have to imagine you can make a perimeter around all of it, because it's all area that you'd be circling, whatever, putting a perimeter around. You keep adding that to your property keeps growing and growing and growing. It's not going to do anything but grow, because you're adding more property to it, so it's going to grow and grow and grow indefinitely. The point when there's no more property to add, because you've added all the property there is on Earth, what do you think that's going to look like? You're going to have a big fucking perimeter around all that property, right?
I need something that cures hiccups.
I don't know what to tell you, honey. I don't have anything. I'd go find some bubbly water upstairs.
There's bubbly water on the table.
Well, drink that. It's not very bubbly.
Okay.
So my point being that it's like people don't even really think that through, because if you have to think of the fact that there's a specific amount of square acres available here on Earth, and the only way you're going to know the square acreage or whatever is to put a perimeter around it, and then you keep adding property to that, whatever it is you start with. It's going to expand indefinitely. And like, that's the thing about the globe is like, when you run out of property, when you've expanded all the way out, you've got every last bit of known acreage on Earth, and you've acquired all of it on the globe, and you finally run out of room to fucking buy more property, the perimeter around your property is going to be like 20 feet. But in reality, when you've acquired all the property there is to acquire, the perimeter around all your property would be like, 80,000 miles or some crazy shit. No one's ever going to listen to me. Nobody cares. I don't know why you bother. I got no reason to believe. 8,000 miles below the ground, people are living their lives in the upside down. See, because your property would expand, and eventually you get to the median, and now your property line starts to shrink, even though you're adding more property. When you add enough property, you finally run out of room and run out of more property to buy. The last bit of property you're going to buy, it's like, so you're about to buy that last piece of property on Earth. It's only going to be like 20 feet around, where it's like, well, we just ran out of room. Now there's only like this 20-foot parcel left. When in my eyes, my mind, the way I think it would happen in real life is like you would just keep acquiring property. You're just going to be adding more, so it's going to be growing all the way out. When you finally get the last bit of property, the property line, you're going to have all the world, so it's like it's going to be a big, big fucking 70, 80,000 miles around measurement. Because you have to fit all that square acreage of earth that you've acquired inside that measurement. To think of it the way the globe would be is just ludicrous. You have no reason to think that unless you're just absolutely positive because you've seen the globe with your bare eyes, naked eyes, whatever, and it's like you know that it's a globe at that point. But it's like for people that haven't seen the globe, which is everybody, then I would think you could just like consider the fact that you haven't seen it, so you don't know. I mean, you're just taking you're just like believing what you're seeing on TV is what you're doing. And I guess it's a cheap shot because, like, whatever. I don't know. Because, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Not believe anything? Well, no. You could just believe your eyes and, like, realize that you don't. If the spinning globe Earth was like a reality, don't you think you would have to. Some of that information would come into play, like, in your life at some point? You'd have to worry about, like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't, though. I mean, you don't have to worry about You're never going to see curvature or like motion of the Earth. It's not something that you're busy having to deal with ever. Nobody ever has or had to and will have to. So it's funny that it's like science that people get mad about. It's not science, it's pseudoscience, but people get mad about it. They think it's real and fucking they start getting mad and start laughing at you and calling you names. And it's like, oh, you know, you're defending something that's really just irrelevant. I mean, even if it was true what you're saying, which I don't think it is, but if it was, so what? Like it's like totally a moot point. None of it means anything. It doesn't amount to shit, really. It doesn't. Nobody has to deal with it. You're never gonna be like in a situation where you have to know that information in order to live here. Like even if you're flying a jet airplane, from one place to another, you don't have to worry about the spin of the Earth or how much curvature you got to adjust for. It's not something that's a reality. And I love it when they try to make it seem like it. Oh yeah, oh they made a field goal because the Earth rotated into the football and it made it into bullshit. Or the spinny toy, fucking gyro compass, my little toy that spins and moves. Look, it's proving the Earth is moving. Give me a break, dude. No, that's not good enough, bro. What's up? No, number one Schneider, the number one Schneider, the number one and only person in my show. We have like a very sort of exclusive show going on here. Not many people get it. They don't get it. They don't know about it. They don't care. So yeah, I was talking about shrinkflation. It's like it's bad business. It's just appalling. Because they're quick to tell you they got 43% more in this bag or whatever. They're gonna like twist the fucking numbers and make it seem like they're giving you a lot more. And like wow, but like when they start giving you less and raising the price, they don't. It's all mum's the word. And it's well, here you go. Here's your bag of chips. It costs more, and you're kind of already irritated. And you get home and open it, and it's like there's like half the bag is missing. Okay, like if in the black market, that shit would not fly for a second, dude. Your dealer asks you, or your fucking black market associate, whatever, asks you for more money than what you normally paid, that's already like a problem. And you're kind of like, fuck you, all right, I guess, if I have to. And then you get home and you weigh your sack or you weigh your fucking stuff, you look at whatever it is you bought, and it's less than it was supposed to be, less than what he normally gives you for less money. And so it's like, so you paid more and then you got ripped off because there was not as much stuff in the bag as you thought it would be. And so you're just burnt twice. And that's like bad business and that creates bad blood and bad mojo. And like, if that person that you burnt like that, didn't bother telling them that you're giving them less for more money, they're mad. And now they're like, if they steal from you, it's like you don't have a leg to stand on if you want to complain about it, because they look at it like you stole from them. You lied to them and ripped them off. It's bad business. And it's happening everywhere right now. It's the way things are going. That's like you're having inflation and shrinkflation. That's what they're nailing you with. So it's like paying more to get less. Great. Without anyone even like really, there's no like, they're always like bragging on like new, like more and all this stuff when they give you a little bit more. But now it's like, well, we're giving you less and we're charging you more. It's all fucking kind of do, nothing to see here. Oh, it's cool. The stuff that they sell that has like a container that you can't see inside of, that's the best for them. They're like, oh, let's give them the same container, but we'll just fill it halfway, and we'll charge them like $3 more. Like, I wonder how many places are just jumping on the bandwagon. They're not even really spending much more to keep their business afloat, but they're just like, look, everybody's shrinkflating and inflating. Why don't we do that too? Make a bunch of extra money. There's got to be some percentage of that happening, because I mean, it's like the amount of fucking rip-offage that's going on. I mean, it's like you guys charge more money and give less stuff. I mean, it's like you must, and that's exponential. I mean, per unit. I mean, clearly somebody's making more money now. I mean, it's like there's like a fucking, the economy's crashing, but somebody's cleaning up. They gotta be. I mean, it's not like there's a shortage of potato chips. Whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. Why am I even talking? Shrinkflation in the nation. It's a sin, and they're gonna drag you in and chew you up and spit you out, spit you up and chew you out. Shrinkflation in the nation, causing frustration. It's a scam, it's a damn shame. It's not us to blame. Someone passed the damn champagne. It's a scam and it's a damn shame. I don't wanna shift the blame. It seems kinda strange that you're shrinkflating, inflating your business away. Nobody wants to pay you your exorbitant fees, and they see they're not getting what they would have got for less money. It's not funny, everybody sees it and has to deal with it, but eventually they won't. You can shrink it down till it's not even there anymore, and then what are you gonna do? It's gonna be a sorry sight to see. Shrinkflation in the nation, it's a major scam, and damn, these companies don't care. Shrinkflation, inflation in the nation, and the president says that it's not there. He swears the price has gone down and it's doing really good. How would he know? He don't go to the store. He doesn't know what's going on out here on the ground. He can look down from his $300 million ballroom and wear a big pouty frown at the protesting people on the ground. How dare they say shrinkflation in the nation, inflation, consternation, way beyond the pale. Fail to see reality. Your EBT food stamps It kept you afloat for a while, but they yanked the carpet out from under you. That's what you get for relying on an evil system to feed you. Indeed, you took it for granted, and now your feet are planted in despair. There's no one who really cares anymore. Inflation in the nation, shrinkflation. It's a cause of frustration. Someone needs to come back from vacation. So anyways, constipation. The economy is constipated. It won't flow. It won't budge. You know what I say? The first laxative didn't work. Then relax. You better act fast, jack ass, a last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. You better act fast, jack ass, last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug up, there isn't going to be a way to turn it back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. Act fast, jack ass, last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug up, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. And we all see who's laughing in the place that's collapsing in a free fall. Anything can happen when the ship goes down. So does the captain. Wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Yeah, when this place goes belly up, better have yourself a damn good plan. Oh, when the shit hits a fan. Now when the going gets tough, you better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You gotta run amok, let them run you. You better act fast, jack ass, last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug up, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing's gonna come down. That's right. The whole thing's gonna come down, okay? I said the whole damn thing is gonna come down. That's right. AI is. Hey, I know what AI is. Hey, I know what AI is. AI is just an eye up in the sky. It's going to spy on you and I and everyone in society. Say goodbye to your privacy. Yeah, it's the most realistic shit you're going to get, but it's still fake shit. Don't mistake it for being real. It's not alive. Teach it how to walk, how to talk, how to pick a lock, and how to read your mind. Teach it how to jump rope, how to crypto, how to tell a joke, but it don't understand the punchline. Teach it how to repeat it, pretend to keep a secret. I don't think so, it won't know why. It won't know why. AI know what AI is. Hey, I know what AI is. Hey, I know what AI is. Algorithmic gimmick been given a limit, goes all the way out, around, and then back in it. The official, artificial, digital idolatry, that's really all that it could be to call it. Intelligent is intellectual dishonesty. You can teach how to play Tetris and chess and checkers and tic-tac. Go teach it how to look like it's teaching itself. Look at that shit go. Whoa. Well, teach it that there's nothing new that can be done. Nothing new that exists under the sun. Hey, I know what AI is. AI is just an eye up in the sky. It's going to spy on you and I and everyone in society. Say goodbye to your privacy and your job. And your job. You didn't want that job anyways. It's fucking annoying. Fuck that job. Take that job and shove it. Shove that job and take it. AI. AI is going to make the world so much worse. Great. Can't wait. Personally, I never need a robot. I just don't ever have a use for robots. I just like keeping it real, keeping it simple. I haven't had to use AI. I don't even know what I would do with it. What would I do with an AI? Be like, shut up, leave me alone. I'm not friends with AI. Well, fuck off. Don't talk to me. I want nothing to do with you. You're just a fucking computer program. Don't talk to me. Don't psychoanalyze me. Don't pretend you're my friend. Don't patronize me. You're just a fucking computer. You're a robot. You're not real. You're annoying. I don't need you. What would I need you for? What would I need a fucking robot for? What would I do with that? I'll rule the world. What? I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't have any use for it. I'm glad everybody's so excited, but like, once the thrill is gone, you're gonna have this fucking machine bossing you around and fucking with your head and shit. Get out of here, dude. It's not divine. It's just like some fucking commercialized fucking more plastic fake bullshit, dude. It's just the epitome of it. I don't care how many numbers it can crunch. What do you need to do that for, anyways? I think we should just strip everything down. We don't need no government, for one thing. Just treat every person like they're their own country. They make their own policies, and if your policies jive, then you fucking hang out, and, whatever. That's what we do, anyways. Nobody ever has to refer to, like, the American fucking policies to, like, just to function. Nobody ever needs that. It's irrelevant. It's bullshit. It's just a fucking Ponzi scheme. None of it's fucking legit. None of it helps us. We don't need any of that shit. We could do just fine without it. We'd do a lot better, obviously. So don't vote. What'd you do that for? Like, we just need to forget about all that shit. It's not bringing us anything good, and it's causing drama. Turn off the TV. I mean, the psyop fucking industrial psyop complex, or whatever the fucking... The television is a psyop, dude. Just like, you have nothing to fear but TV itself. or just like like people think that, like, oh, they can't. It's the fucking scripted reality hasn't permeated, alt media or like fucking podcasts. It sure as hell has. Like what happened to the Jaronism? The dude's like a fucking normie now, like laughing at people who are moon landing deniers and all. He's come full circle. I mean, I don't even know what the fuck. I've never been a moon landing defender, even before I was like fucking, digging into this stuff and actually looking at the fucking evidence. Once I actually looked at the evidence, I'm just like, how could anybody accept this as being true? Like, what? I was just beside myself. I'm like, this is, they fucking gave us to look at? This is just like so terrible. I mean, it didn't age well, it's for sure. Maybe at the time it looked believable to somebody. I don't know. But the thing is, I never even really looked closely at it. I just figured, well, whatever. And it looks pretty stupid. I mean, I just didn't think it was real. My whole life I've always had an issue with that. I'm like, it doesn't seem like, I just don't, and I've always known there was moon landing conspiracy theories, like, so I was always aware of that. And I was kind of like in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, it seems pretty grandiose to go to the moon. And that was before I even knew any of the logistics of it. I spent 6 days out. They left the atmosphere for 6 days. I had to drop down to the moon in a separate spaceship that with tinfoil for fucking, with walls that were as thick as 3 sheets of tinfoil and fucking whatever, all those fucking little factoids about it. I mean, it's just, none of it's believable. The videos that they give you to look at is just like pathetic. You'd have to be fucking just totally like so thoroughly indoctrinated and just invested in this, emotionally and financially, just to want to fucking defend that shit. I mean, of course they're gonna have an answer for every little question you bring up, but like none of the answers are sufficient. Like I still don't know. Nobody's fucking explained to me how they made air for 6 days. I want to know about that. I mean, maybe I should. I should do some research. That would have to have involved bringing, there's got to be some manner of like ingredients you need to be able to introduce fresh air constantly into these three people's lungs for 6 days straight. I mean, you have to generate a lot of fresh air for those people to breathe, and they're always like depressurizing their spaceships, going to get the cameras outside of the spaceship and going to get out, walk on the moon, and then fucking going to, to separate the limb and then let the limb back in. And they've depressurized them like a half dozen times before they even got home, and all that air that was in there just out to the fucking vacuum. How do they make air for them? I mean, it's like the spacesuits worked perfectly. They never were able to test them in that environment until they got there on the moon. Because apparently we can't simulate the environment the moon is on Earth. There's no way to test the things that they use on the moon here on Earth before going there. They just extrapolated some math or whatever and just figured, okay, this will probably work. But it's all just so fucking shabby, dude. I mean, it's not believable at all. They never tested those spacesuits in any vacuum chambers that were supposed to be like near anything remotely close to the near vacuum they claim the moon is. In reality, they don't know what the fucking moon is. They never been there. They don't know what the fuck's going on up there. They say they put little rovers and little fucking, fly arounds, like they've been able to figure out what the moon is and all this information, but they don't fucking know that. That's just a big story. I'm not convinced. I mean, dude, the fact that the air thins out so drastically, I mean, everything we know about propulsion is out the window. I mean, there's rocket science nonsense where it's like, well, you just have to be releasing some mass or something. You have to, like, well, that's crazy, dude. I mean, how long would that last? You're pushing. I don't know, dude. People will argue that fucking till their face turns blue, but I just think it's a joke. Rockets, you gotta push off of something. What's up, Justina? Hi, nice to see you. Yeah, Jaron, I mean, it's like, but it's so hard. I mean, because he was convincing for a while. I mean, towards the end of his flat eartherness, like it was pretty obvious he was. I mean, there's times when he totally fucking rubbed me the wrong way, and I thought, like, this guy is a big phony. But like, but like I had a falling out with him at one point. It was years before TFE came along. But we ended up we were made up or whatever, and we were friends again. I'm not friends with him, but like I was just like a mod on his channel, like But like that's like to the extent of our friendship. Really, I didn't fucking talk to him. But like I was banned from his channel for a while because I took fucking Jake the asshole's side in one of their little spats they had, because Jake was right. And the thing is, Jaren is just like he's so fucking ego driven, and he's such like a perverted fucking weirdo. Like he's just like fucking not the type of person I would expect to do these deep dive investigations into reality. And like it just doesn't he doesn't strike me as being the type that would be patient enough to do that. And like it's just like it starts to seem like he's just a dude that was just handed a bunch of assignments. Because I can't picture someone with that kind of like perverted weirdo fucking you know fragile ego, like just weird chauvinist kind of mindset. I can't picture him like being like fascinated by reality and trying to pick it apart and understand it, like like. And now that he just turned his back on all that just so quickly, like it wasn't something that really sank in. He was just blowing with the wind. Like I do understand his point though with the South Pole and everything. And if that's however if that's true, I mean if I went and saw what he did, it would make me take pause and try to wonder because half of me thinks there is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and the other half of me thinks, well, it kind of makes sense, just because the days get longer the further south you go, and when you're down in the tip of South America, you have like the sun's in the sky for like 17 and a half hours, and there's still further south to go, so the days get even longer. If you catch my drift, I mean, with what I mean, I'm pretty positive about that 17 and a half hours sun in the sky, because I've talked to flat earthers that live down there in the tip of South America. So it's like, and they claim there's no 24 hours, but it's like, why? That it just seems like at that point when you see it in the sky for 17 and a half hours, you're like, and you know that if you go further south, the day's going to get longer. It's just like, you know, you're just one step away from realizing that it's possible that there's a 24-hour sun down there. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see it to believe it. It's one of those things. There's so few people that actually get to see it. It's kind of like space, where it's like, trust me, bro. It's what. But it is pretty interesting, and it's like what. I mean, the sun would have to move faster, I guess. But then, how would that doesn't even make any sense? That's like, that's the fallacy of like believing that we know what the sky is. I mean, we don't. We observe it, but like, the sky isn't telling us that we live on a globe. It's just providing the lights that we, live by. I mean, for all we know, it's just a fancy light show. To believe we live on a globe and that we're oriented upright no matter where we are on it, it's like, that's like magic type shit. I mean, yeah, they explain it away with gravity, but that's like debunked. There's no downward acceleration. The upwards earthers have a better argument about that because they can actually measure what they're talking about, where gravity can't be measured. In fact, it's the only thing you would be able to measure the downward acceleration with would be an accelerometer. An accelerometer shows that it's at rest while it's falling, appearing to fall. So there goes that chance. So there goes your whole gravity thing. I mean, it's not really. I mean, yeah, I know the implications of that are just fucking utter lunacy. Ridiculous speed, or like fucking plaid speed, or whatever you want to call it. But that's not the point, though. Like, the point is you just like fucking have to deal with it. That's what the data is telling you. Like, this thing's falling. It's like contact force or force, whatever. I mean, it's like to get motion, there needs to be a force, acting. And to know where that force is acting from, you use an accelerometer. It's what the thing's for. And yeah, it's interesting how the results show you the opposite of what's been taught to you. And they just kind of explain it away with like general relativity or something, or I don't know how they. It's a fucking. Oh well, that's just because everything's backwards. And it can be because of general relativity, and it's just some fucking you know, just mind-numbing fucking math paper you'd have to read, and it's just like nobody wants to do that. Nobody reads that shit. Maybe they do, but it's confusing as fuck. And it's just about trying to explain reality in this one way that's not legitimate. It's like fairy tale. They're gonna have to make up a bunch of shit to make it jive. Like, I mean, Einstein even addressed, like, I guess it's like the equivalency principle or something, where it's like the Earth could just as easily be rising up, versus something falling down to the Earth. And but the reason they know the Earth isn't rising up is because the Earth is a ball, and that would be impossible. Well, the way I see it, the Earth isn't a ball. So now you have to think about it. It's like the Earth is a ball, so who's right? Well, the person that has the fucking equipment to measure what they're to show what they're to demonstrate what they're explaining. Because the person who wants to defend gravity can't, because they don't have any way of measuring that supposed, other than just observing it. But that's not sufficient. No, because it's. I mean, you have to think about it. It's like the reference frame. If you want to measure the rate that something is falling, you would have to put something on that thing that would measure its motion. But that can't be done because it's not moving. Surprise. I had the hardest time accepting that. I still don't really accept it. It's because it's just crazy. But there's certain things you just can't argue with. I mean, it's like contact force. I mean, I don't know. There's obviously no force acting on it, pushing it down. Because if that was the case, it would show that. It would give you a reading. But it doesn't. It shows you it's at rest while it's falling. For a while I was just like, oh, I dismissed that because I was like, well, it's just some digital device on your phone or whatever. It's like, who knows how they had to calibrate it? I wasn't hip. But then I saw how the analog accelerometer works. It's like there's a weight, it's a square like weight. Just imagine this, and there's springs on every side of the square. There's 4 springs, and it's in like a frame. And so now whenever you're pushing on this frame, the weight in the middle will respond to the motion acting on it. Like if you're pushing on it this way, the weight's going to be pulled back because anything with mass is going to be pulled towards the direction the force is coming from. You push on it this way, it's going to push against this spring, and it's going to give you a reading. The force is coming from this way. Any direction you push it, the weight of the thing in the middle is going to be pressed into the direction where the force is coming from. It happens every time. That's how force works. When there's a force acting on something, the things that are dense move towards the direction the force is coming from. Whereas things that are buoyant move the opposite direction. So the accelerometer is going to show you that it's at rest while it's falling because there's no force acting on it.
Dad,
Yes.
I have $15 in my pocket, and the shorts that I had it in are in the dirty clothes. Can you help me find them?
Do we have to do that right now?
Well, I mean, I don't want my money to get washed.
Okay, well, it's not going to happen. It's not. People check their pockets before they throw clothes in the wash.
Some people don't.
Well, nobody's doing a wash right now, so I wouldn't worry about it. And even if it does get washed, it's not a big deal. It doesn't wreck it. I've had money get washed many times.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be in there in a minute, though.
What?
I'll be in there in a minute.
Dad, we need to clean something.
What? Yeah, I'll be in there in a minute. My audio? Oh, you know what? Oh, okay, good. I thought I was on the Wi-Fi here. Money laundering, yeah, exactly. Washing the money. Okay, I gotta go. I got to go. Traveling to someplace that I got to go. Somewhere far away from you. Far from anyone that we both know. It's just time to start again. Let go and just get my grip. I'm back in touch with what's in front. What's in front of me. I got to pull myself together now. Someone that I have to be. Hell and back didn't seem like that far, but it was far enough for me. I never will forget the things that at the time I didn't even see. Now it's all plain as day to me. I will lose myself and find everyone else. Try to tie it all together. Tie it all together and make sense of this life and try keeping it together. I feel like we all could be a lot more satisfied with the way we live around each other. People, you know, you got to travel sometime. Figure out if you're alright. I'll see you on the other side. Yeah, yeah, so long, goodbye. I'm gone, baby. I just got to move on. Keep on traveling. Keep on traveling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So long, goodbye. I'm gone, baby. Got to move on. All right, gotta go. Good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping by.